Welcome to the session, dear students. In my last class I taught you how to resolve an improper fraction to partial fractions. First we converted improper to proper and then we have resolved. Same thing we are doing today, but in last class we have taken an improper fraction where degree of numerator and degree of denominator both are same. Last class ನೀವು ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ನ್ಯೂಮರೇಟರ್ ವಾಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್, ಡಿನಾಮಿನೇಟರ್ ವಾಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್. ಸೊ ನ್ಯೂಮರೇಟರ್ಲ್ಲೂ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಡಿನಾಮಿನೇಟರ್ಲ್ಲೂ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಅದು ಇಂಪ್ರಾಪರ್ ಫ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು, ಅದನ್ನು ರಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ ಟುಡೇಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಎನ್ ಇಂಪ್ರಾಪರ್ ಫ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ವೇರ್ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಆಫ್ ನ್ಯೂಮರೇಟರ್ ಇಸ್ ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಆಫ್ ಡಿನಾಮಿನೇಟರ್ and we'll resolve it. So now in today's class we'll be taking the next problem. Here the problem is resolve x cube plus 7x square plus 17x plus 11 divided by x square minus 5x plus 6. They want you to resolve this. Now to resolve this, first let us check the degree. So what is the degree of numerator? 3. What is the degree of denominator? 2. Degree of numerator is greater than denominator, therefore it is improper fraction. So the given fraction is improper. So first our task is to convert this improper to what? Proper. Now first step, we'll convert this improper fraction to proper. Why it is improper? Because numerator degree is 3, denominator degree is 2. Always numerator degree should be less than denominator. But illenagide numerator degree is more than denominator, therefore it is improper fraction. So if the fraction is improper, first our task is to convert this to proper. So now first step, we'll convert this to what? Proper fraction. ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ ಫ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಸೊ ವಿಲ್ ಟೇಕ್ ದ ಡಿವೈಸರ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮೈನಸ್ 5x ಪ್ಲಸ್ 6 and we'll divide this x cube plus 7x square plus 17x plus 11. So here you can see x cube. So x square into x, if I multiply x into x square is x cube, x into minus 5x square, x into 6 plus 6x. Now subtract this. If you, while subtracting, change the sign. X cube cancels. 7 plus 5 becomes 12x square. Further 17 minus 6 becomes 11x plus this 11. Now observe this. What is the degree of this? 2. But denominator degree is also 2. See, if I take this, illene now simplify madadre, but here we have degree 2. So we have to get the remainder which is less than this. So what is the degree of denominator? 2. Here also we have degree 2. So further continue. Until when you should divide till the remainder degree becomes less than denominator. Now elli tanka divide ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿರೋ ಡಿನಾಮಿನೇಟರ್ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ನೋಡಬೇಕು. ಅದು ಸರಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿರೋ ರಿಮೈಂಡರ್ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ನೋಡಬೇಕು. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಮೈಂಡರ್ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಏನಿದೆ? 2. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿನಾಮಿನೇಟರ್ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಏನಿದೆ? 2. ಬೋತ್ ಆರ್ ಸೇಮ್. ಸೊ ಐ ಶುಡ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಡಿವೈಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಟಿಲ್ ದಿಸ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಲೆಸ್. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಪ್ಲಸ್ 12. ಫರ್ದರ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಡಿವೈಡಿಂಗ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 12x ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ಲಸ್ 12ನ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿ. 12 ಇಂಟು ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ 12 ಇಂಟು ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಇಸ್ 12x ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್. 12 into minus 5 minus 60. 12 6 72. Now subtract. So sign changes. 12x square cancels. 11 plus 60 77x. 11 minus 72 minus 61. Now 77x we have. If you observe, this is 77x. X means degree 1. Here denominator degree is 2. So now this will become proper. Here remainder degree ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಡಿನಾಮಿನೇಟರ್ ಡಿಗ್ರಿಗಿಂತ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಈಗ ರಿಮೈಂಡರ್ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಏನಿದೆ? ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಆಫ್ ರಿಮೈಂಡರ್? ರಿಮೈಂಡರ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್ 77x minus 61. Its degree is 1, but denominator degree is 2. So now we can stop the division. Until when you should divide? ಎಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಡಿನಾಮಿನೇಟರ್ ರಿಮೈಂಡರ್ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಡಿನಾಮಿನೇಟರ್ ಡಿಗ್ರಿಗಿಂತ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರಬೇಕು. ನಾವು ರಿಮೈಂಡರ್ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಈಸ್ ಲೆಸ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ಡಿನಾಮಿನೇಟರ್ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಡಿನಾಮಿನೇಟರ್ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ? 2. What is remainder degree? 1. Degree means what? Power of x. So now we can stop. In my last class I taught you how to represent this. So given problem can be written as quotient plus remainder by divisor. ನೆನಪಿದೆಯಾ? So given problem can be written as quotient plus remainder by divisor. Now all of you know this is quotient and this is divisor and this is remainder. This is what? Remainder. So now given problem can be written as quotient plus remainder by divisor. So what is the given problem here? Given problem is x cube plus 7x square plus 17x plus 11 divided by x square minus 5x plus 6. This is the given problem. We will write it as quotient. What is the quotient? X plus 12 plus remainder. What is the remainder? 77x minus 61 divided by divisor. What is the divisor? X square minus 5x plus 6. So now we converted the given improper fraction to proper. Still we have not resolved. So we wrote like this. I call this as equation. Now x cube plus 7x square plus 17x plus 11 divided by x square minus 5x plus 6. This is a given problem. This can be written as quotient. What is the quotient? X plus 12 plus remainder. What is the remainder? 77x minus 61 divided by divisor. What is the divisor? So divisor is x square minus 5x plus 6. So call it as equation 1. So now in this problem we have achieved step 1. Step 1 is what? We converted the improper fraction to proper. Now further we will resolve it. So this equation will continue. So this is a given problem and we can write like this, and we have to take this part. So I will take only this part. What is this part? 77x minus 61 divided by x square minus 5x plus 6 ತಗೊಂಡು partial fraction ಮಾಡೋಣ. So now I will take only, so consider 77x minus 61 divided by x square minus 5x plus 6. Now I will take this, I will resolve this part, I will find the value of this. To find the value of this, if you see denominator is a quadratic equation. So middle term factorization we should do. If you do the middle term factorization, x square minus 5x plus 6 ಇದೆ. ಇದರ middle term factorization ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ what are the factors for 6 that gives you minus 5? So minus 3 minus 2. If you multiply minus 3 into minus 2 you will get plus 6. If you add you will get minus 5. So all of you know middle term factorization. In spite of minus 5x I will write minus 3x minus 2x plus 6. Then take x common, so it will become x minus 3. Minus 2 you take common, again it will become x minus 3. That is, further I can write x minus 3 if you take common, x minus 3 into x minus 2. So now the given problem denominator after factorization became x minus 3 into x minus 2. So do middle term factorization. So now can I write this as 77x minus 61 divided by x minus 3 into x minus 2. Further, all of you know how to split this. You can write this as what? A by first factor. What is the first factor? X minus 3 plus b by second factor. What is the second factor? X minus 2. Call this as equation 2. Now this can be written like this. Now our task is to find a and b. All of you are familiar, type 1 it is. So now from here if you continue, LCM is x minus 3 into x minus 2, cross multiply a into x minus 2 plus b into x minus 3. Here in LHS 77x minus 61 divided by x minus 3 into x minus 2. Now these two cancels, equate this. 77x minus 61 is equal to a into x minus 2 plus b into x minus 3. So at a time equate one factor to 0. What is the first factor? X minus 3. Equate that to 0. If we equate x minus 3 to 0, x becomes what? 3. Put x is equal to 3 in equation 3. Call this is equation 3 and put it. X is equal to 3. 77 into 3 minus 61 is equal to a into 3 minus 2. Here x minus 3 we took 0. So 3 minus 3 becomes 0. This vanishes. So we have this 77 into 3. 7 into 3, 21, 2. 7 3 is a 21 plus 2. 231 minus 61 is a. Now further if you solve, you will get the value of a. What is the value of a? Simplify this. So a is equal to 170 exactly. 231 minus 61 if you do, you will get 170. Now we got a value 170. After you get a value, substitute second factor or equate second factor to 0. What is the second factor? X minus 2. X minus 2 is equal to 0 implies x value is what? 2. Rearrange. So put x is equal to 2 in equation 3. Now I need to substitute x value as 2 in equation 3. What is equation 3? This 77x minus 61. So 77 into x, that is 2, minus 61 is equal to, here if I put 2 minus 2 is 0, it goes off, then b into 2 minus 3. Observe this, 77 2s are 154 minus 61, b into minus 1. So 154 minus 61 becomes 93. 93 is minus b, or b is equal to what? Minus 93. So now you got a value and b value. A is 170, b is minus 93. So now resubstitute in equation 2. Substitute a value. What is the a value? 170, and b value. What is b value? Minus 93 in equation 2. So equation 2 means this whole value 77x minus 61 divided by x square minus 5x plus 6 can be written as a by, what is a? 170 divided by first factor x minus 3. B is what? Minus 93 divided by x minus 2. So call it as equation 4. So now we'll use this equation and we'll rewrite the equation 1. That will be your final answer. So now you substitute equation 4 in the first part, that is in equation 1. So here we have equation 1. Substitute equation 4. Substitute 4 in equation 1. That will be your final answer. What is equation 1? X cube plus 7x square plus 17x plus 11 divided by x square minus 5x plus 6 can be written as, this quotient x plus 12 will be as it is, plus in spite of this, so we got 77x minus 61. So this value just now we got the value as equation 3. So the value of this we got it as a by and b by x minus 3, and that is 170 by x minus 3 minus b is what? 93 by x minus 2. This is what we got. We'll substitute here. When I substitute the values, this was equation 4 actually. So now in the place of this we'll put this. So we'll get 170 divided by x minus 3, then minus 93 divided by x minus 2. So now this is the partial fraction we got. So final answer is x plus 12 plus 170 by x minus 3 minus 93 by x minus 2. So now we resolve this improper fraction to partial fraction. So we resolve them into partial fractions. Now we are done with improper fraction where numerator degree is more. So by now all the types of partial fractions I have taught. Next, what you need to do? I hope all of you understood. First, convert improper to proper. In that proper fraction, take that only proper, relieve the quotient and take the proper fraction and resolve into partial fraction. Substitute the values here, we will get the final answer. This is quotient plus remainder by divisor, but this remainder by divisor was not a partial fraction. We will take this and we will split it into partial fraction. After splitting, we will get these two terms. So by now, we have concluded all the types. Now what you need to do? So now the task is simple. You have an assignment. Sit and complete this. That is from your NCERT textbook. You have to solve the problems. So I am expecting you people to open NCERT book, take exercise 5.2. In page number 201, you have exercise 5.2. There you solve these problems. That is 2, 4 and 5. So solve 2, 4 and 5 in third main. So if you solve them, if you have any doubts, I can clarify your doubts. By this we have concluded partial fractions. Now I have covered all the types of partial fractions. Type 1, simple, it was proper fraction. In type 2 we have repeated factors. In type 3 we have improper fraction to proper fraction. So we have concluded all the types of partial fractions. I will see you in my next session. Thank you.